Well, good morning. Happy Christmas week, everybody. Friday is going to be obviously Christmas. Let's see, Thursday. And Thursday, we are going to be, the market's closed at 1 p.m., just FYI. But the crew, the 10% crew is here. We're ready to have a great Christmas week, guys. Good to see you all in here this morning. Kim, early. The kids are out of school, huh? Good to see you in here early, Kim. And one way, green Christmas is going to be. Yep, absolutely, 100%. Yesterday, guys, I got AMPE. Amtx is actually a leading gapper. We're going to go over this morning. AMPE yesterday got this bounce play yesterday. Off of the 215s up to the 230s. And a little bit of FEYE. We're going to be watching FEYE again today. This is honestly day 2 on FEYE of a overbought move. Day 2 on FEYE. So we're going to be going over that in a little bit as well. We are seeing this morning the electric vehicles. That electric vehicle space is definitely getting some attention still. That has been honestly the leading sector this final quarter of the year. And we're seeing JG and AMTX, both of our leading gappers, up on our gap up watch list. They are partnering with electric vehicle companies. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into today. The quote of the day: learn to sit back and observe. Not everything needs a reaction. That's very important for newer traders to sit back and observe, because honestly, this is something a lot of newer traders can get in trouble with, is that FOMO, right? Thinking they'd have to press the buttons on every stock they look at. Something going up, I gotta get in. That's just the way it goes with newer traders. You just got to learn those emotions and how to work around them. So make sure you can sit back and observe. Not everything needs you to jump into it. Honestly, experience, that observation, which is experience in the market, is going to be your best friend and your best teacher. Quite honestly, my gut is my best friend at this point. Trading for a while. Trading for a while now. My belly button is pretty much all I listen to. I cut out all the noise. The gut's the best friend after a while, because the combined experience over time, when you've seen charts, thousands and thousands and thousands of charts, you kind of know what's going to happen next. You got a good idea. Mr. Z in the house. That's the way I used to think. Not anymore. Exactly right. Yeah, we were all like that at one time. I've been trading now for 5 years. I remember even before I started, right when I started learning how to trade, I would see stocks move and I'm like, oh my God, if I just had an account, if I just had that account loaded, I would have killed it today. And then you load it, then you have a lot of trouble, right? Because we got to learn to we got to learn how to trade with our emotions. Very important. Mr. Tim Tolson. What is up, Tim? Mr. RDFN Tim. RDFM. This one's still climbing, bro. RDFM, it's still non-stop. I still have it on my watch list, though. I'm still watching that one. Staying familiar with it. All right, so the leading gappers this morning are going to be JG, AMTX. Like I said earlier, this is kind of the electric vehicle space. JG, they're trading higher after the company announced it has entered into a partnership agreement with a global leading new energy vehicle manufacturer to deliver an enhanced intelligent driving experience. So that's what we're seeing with Mr. JG. I was watching this actually in the 640s and 50s for a short. I did nibble it this morning, but a little irritated. I'm not with it at the moment. SSR is turned on there, short sale restriction. And JG is coming right down towards the VWAP at the moment. But yeah, this one's certainly getting quite a bit of a move on. Do have shorts here at CMEG. This thing is up 82% at the moment from the previous close. So it's definitely one we need to be watching today. It's 79 million in float, so it's not the fastest mover, it's not the slowest mover, it's not something that chat rooms are going to get so excited about because it is a higher float. So that's something good I like to look at. And then we have Amtx, which is coming down to a little bit of a trend I have right now. It may try to bottom out around these 370s. 370s may try to double bottom. I do have support around this area. It's actually maybe trying to get a bounce right here, right now. Let's look left of the chart on Amtx. They actually entered the electric vehicle market with a 20% stake in Nevo Motors. We always do 3 types of analysis: fundamental, trader, technical analysis. We look at the news, but the news is not as important as most people think. Definitely not as important as most people think. Certain news, potentially. But how I trade is off of emotions, because like we go over every day, human behavior never changes in the market. Buy fear, sell euphoria, rinse and repeat. Amtx, this one, Kim, 20 million-ish, 16 million in the float here. 16 million Amtx, our lowest float leading gapper this morning. We have a couple others popping up. What's HUSN? That one's yellow. That one's under a million in float. Not doing anything at the moment. But Amtx is still up. See electric vehicle space as well as JG. So let's go ahead and look at it real quick. Let's look at that support on the chart. Extend that to the left here. Yeah, this is what I got. Yeah, it's definitely support. Definitely support. All right, here's the trend line. 380s, 370s. It's trying to hold up right now. You guys see it kind of triple bottomed way back when. And then also served as support over here as well. I mean, we're going to have quite a bit of overhead resistance, AMTX. But if trading it on the long side, 370s is definitely the area we want to be watching AMTX, because I mean it's certainly good support there. Wouldn't mind trading it against it, to be honest. Really wouldn't mind it. I don't mind trading a stock that maybe have 16 million in the float, as long as I'm buying like right near support, so the risk is very tight. Remember, traders are focused on risk management. Gamblers are focused on profit. So before we ever get into a trade, we are what? Predefining risk every time. Mr. Coin Fox, finally in here. Late. Coin it late. Never late. Late night here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Coin. You wrapping presents? Wrapping some presents for Friday? FEYE 1930 bounce yesterday. Coin got that order sat there for a minute. Yeah, nice trade there, man. Nice trade. 21. This is one I want to watch this morning too. Let's go over that one here shortly. All right, yeah, FEYE. Let's take a look at it. This one's on day 2. Day 2 of the infamous hangover type of trade. So a stock that's overbought and coming up towards resistance. Now, I had to look at the 10-year chart on FEYE to see where the stock's even approaching. FEYE hit its 52-week high yesterday and is actually above that right now. We're up from last Friday. The stock opened at 1480. Sitting around 2150 now. Let's take a look at the 10-year chart, see what we're coming up to. So you guys see it's breaking over these 52-week highs up here. Let's look left even further, see what we're coming up to. I mean, this is what I got marked. I got marked 22.20, over $22 as the next level resistance. hit this 3 times as support and then a couple times as resistance. So 2220s is the next area I got. Above that's going to be like 2370s. So we'll see what FEY is doing, man. This stock has been somewhat trappy, right? Maybe trapping some short still. Short still getting a little squeezed out on it. But if I'm going to trade it on the short side, that's what I'm going to be looking for. See if we can get a spike out of the gates up through 22 to 22.20. And kind of do what we did yesterday, right? Yesterday it spiked up and then kind of faded somewhat and then turned back around lunchtime. It may potentially do that again today. But today I will be watching for that spike up towards that 22.20 area. And fade. Yeah, and then if it breaks past that, 23.70 is the gap to fill. Definitely the gap to fill. So FEYE certainly could keep going. No doubt about it. Remember, like Coin said the other day, if shorting front side, covers front side. You need to cover front side as well. So those bounces will be pretty rough on you. NK, great trade for you yesterday as well, Coin. Yeah, I wanted to look at this one again today, Coin. NK, I saw this one on the Bearskin watch list this morning, meaning overbought. Doesn't necessarily mean it's an automatic short, though. Let's take a look left of the chart on NK and see what we're working with. Look at this support I have on NK down towards 15. Well, let's look left of the chart here, and what are we going to see? I swear, guys, I did not draw this line this morning. This trend line I had drawn here, and it's actually pretty solid trend line. I mean, it's from way back when, but it's actually holding that level right now, 1520. It's literally sitting at 1530 right now, and then it's got some support up here as well around the 1515. 1515. So we got one trend line and then one area of support here around the 15s. It's actually consolidating right above 15 at the moment. So we may have a trade here again with NK this morning. I wouldn't mind watching it over under 15. Yeah, it's the stock is overbought from yesterday. It certainly is. So if it does break and hold under 15, wouldn't be a bad idea to reverse positions. But we do have 2 solid areas of support on it. Yeah, I mean, this is normally, Coin, you love to see the crack down about the 18 puts. It wouldn't, this normally is a trade that I would be short. I just want to see how that 15 is going to hold up because we do have such good support at that area. I mean, in fact, we're seeing that in pre-market as well. It's really basing out around the 15s. So let's just see how that's going to hold up. We'll go from there. Kim, what does front side mean? It's just kind of the momentum side of things. So, before you kind of get that death candle, Coin may be able to explain it better. Essentially the run up, yeah, before you start getting top heavy. And I'm usually looking for the death candle, Kim. So if we get like a massive, sell off, one big red candle, that's usually a good sign that we're now going to backside. Backside's essentially just the fade and longs unwinding their position. Yeah, NK with the 1540 bids on it right now. I like it against that 15. I really do. We'll see what happens. Got really solid support there. We'll go from there, baby. All right. Mr. BB in the house. Good morning, Brad. What's going on, man? Happy Christmas week. Yeah, coin when price breaks below support. There's a simpler way of explaining it. Price is above main support, front side. Yeah, NK actually had a beautiful descending triangle. This is pretty awesome. Man, I love seeing charts like this. It is so beautiful. Look at that chart. That is insane. Alright, so here's the idea with NK. You guys see the descending triangle pattern it had on it? What is descending triangle? Lower highs. Lower high. So I had a big high, lower high, lower high, lower high. It's essentially getting squeezed tight together against base support, which is 1575. So that's what we need to watch. Right now, it's kind of 1-to-1-ish on the risk reward side. We got, if it's sitting around the 1530s, we have 15 support and 1575 resistance. That was the base support yesterday. Certainly going to be resistance this morning. So a couple different ways to trade NK. Let's just see how it's going to open up. If it pops up towards 1575, could look for a short against that. If it pulls down under towards 15, tries to hold it again. A couple different ways to trade it. So one I will be watching out of the gates this morning. Exactly. So, you know, as Coin said right there, front side buy the dips, back side short the pops. All right, let's keep going through the list. MNSO, M as in man, N as in nanny, S as in soup, O as in ostrich. There you go. You guys like that? MNSO. Watching this one against 2880s. See if we can pull back down. This one actually recent-ish IPO from October. Do have shorts here. This one had a nice little move yesterday from 24 up towards 28.80. I'd like to see a little profit taken out of the gates on MNSO. I'm going to watch it against 28.80s. Probably take a stab at it. It's a pretty thin name. Yesterday was pretty thin after the highs. Do want to watch that one out of the gates. See if we can get a little profit taken there. FEYE against 20. We'll watch that against 22.20. Coin's probably watching this for a long again, aren't you, Coin? I mean, I don't mind. Ugh. I'm incredibly uncomfortable buying high, hoping higher, but this one may gravitate up towards 22.20s. That's the next area of resistance I have on its past chart history. Above that, it's going to be a gap to fill. So FEYE still tearing it up. I'm going to be watching a pop on FEYE up towards 22.20. JG, one of our leading gappers, as well as Amtx. Let's see what they're doing right now. Yeah, so Amtx is trying to get a little bounce off of the 380s up towards 410, so not bad there. Both of these electric vehicle plays, remember that. JG, this one, JG looking looking a little heavy against $6 right now. It's still holding above VWAP, which is 575. So obviously, this and AMTX are leading gappers. We're going to be keeping an eye on both of those this morning as well. I'm staying familiar with a couple names. You know, RDFN. Tim brought this up the other day. I'm staying familiar here. This daily chart is getting stupid. I'm looking for a crazy euphoric move on it. Maybe up towards like 90, $100 would be nice. RDFM, waiting for some speed on it. It's been just grinding like the last few weeks from 40 up to 80. So staying familiar with RDFN, staying familiar with EDIT. EDIT yesterday went from 63 bucks to 96.45. So edit was actually popping up when we were about to end the live stream yesterday. I don't mind edit against 96.45 yesterday. Let's see if that one's going to pop up for us for a short against that. we can risk yesterday's highs. I'm just going to stay familiar with edit. MARA is in that Bitcoin space, which has been taken off here. Bitcoin just made new highs. MARA in that space. I'm not a player up here. I want to go. I'm going over it just so you guys know kind of what's hot at the moment, but I'm not going to be a player. When a stock's up, from a couple bucks to $13, I'm just not going to be a player there. But yeah, MARA, this stock's hot right now. Curo, yeah, Curo, good eye there, coin. Curo may actually get another leg up today. Yeah, that's an interesting point there, coin. Curo was a big move on Friday, a huge move, $9 to $20.81. $15 was its base support. It did kind of crack that yesterday. Little red yesterday, but kind of consolidating. It's a little quiet. I'm actually really glad you brought this up, coin, because there's nothing else really taking off right now. Curo could be that low float play that does it. It would not surprise me one bit. And it's back over 15 right now. What was the news on Curo? I don't even remember what the news was there. Merger. Okay. Yeah, merger agreement. That's what happens. It was a little squeeze on it on Curo. Not bad. I think we should certainly be watching that one. I mean, it's one I would probably play very low size because it's somewhat of a prediction for volume to come into it. I don't typically like trading those, but you could react to the volume that comes into it. But at that point on a low float like these, you're usually kind of late-ish. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I think it was something like that. Acquisition. I think it was an acquisition merger. Yeah, I'm excited for Curo. I actually think we could have some good potential here today. Let's keep it on watch. SSR is actually on Curo, FYI. So that's pretty nice. David in the house and Jason. Happy Christmas week, fellas. Good to see y'all in here. You guys ready to go? You guys ready to go? JG trying to hold back that $6 area. All right. And then TLRY, this one's still trying to hold that 830 area. I'll show you guys that real quick. I still don't mind TLRY. Yeah, here's 830 on the chart. This line right here on my cursor is 830 was tough resistance, and it is holding above that right now. In fact, yesterday TLRY tapped that 830 area and got a bounce off of it. So TLRY may not be bad. I mean, it could. May not be bad against the 830s, just risking that area there. So let's go ahead and review our trades real quick. We got 4 minutes till the market opens on up. I'm telling you guys, time flies when we're doing some pre-market. Too much fun in here. All right, our two leading gappers this morning, JG, Amtx. They're both in the electric vehicle space. Amtx, this one does have some support on its daily chart. We don't have time to go back and look at the past chart history, but you guys do your due diligence if you're just now jumping in here. Amtx does have support on its daily, 375. That's the area I'd be watching if trading that on the long side. Your risk management. JG this morning, electric vehicle space as well. This does seem like a little bit tricky of a play, JG, but they entered the electric vehicle space as well. I'm probably not going to be trading this. SSR is turned on here. I do have shorts as well. It is holding VWAP at the moment, so we need to watch JG too. FEYE, this one's on day 2. Day 2 of a hangover, so this one's getting overbought. Watching this for a spike up through 22 and to short it for a fade. NK is very interesting. I'm watching this one this morning. We have very, very good $15 support on its daily chart. It's actually trying to hold up, NK. But we are going to have 1575 resistance from that descending triangle into the close yesterday. So 1575 resistance, and that's from pre-market yesterday as well. Under $15 support on NK. It's kind of 1-to-1 at the moment. I will be watching that one pretty closely. I never went over SNGX. This one failed its Phase 3 trials, which is obviously going to tank a stock. Phase 3 is the last trial. And this one's panicking right now. Phase 3 asked the question, is this drug better than what's already on the market? So they're having a tough time here. If SNGS panics even more, like under $1, I'll be watching that one for panic under $1. Probably scoop it on up if that panics under $1. MNSO against 2880s for a short. I like that one. If that one gets a little bit of a spike on it. I'm going to take it a little slow here at the open and see what's going to happen. I'm not rushing any positions. That's kind of the game plan. Those are the 6 stocks I got loaded up at the moment. We got a minute till the market opens on up. Let's get the scanners up and ready. These intraday scans in the middle. You guys already are aware of how to use them if you're new in here. Our top positive intensity scans. When stocks get highlighted orange on these, it means the stock's getting overbought. And it means get ready for the reversal. So stocks on the positive intensity scans, get ready for a short. Negative intensity scan, this is when stocks are getting oversold. That's when we get ready for the reversal, meaning we buy the fear. Buy fear, sell euphoria. So we keep an eye on those. Yeah, and help us alert those as well. And then obviously CURO, Curo from Friday. Huge move. Coins alerting that one this morning for a possible little bit of a spike here today, which definitely is possible. I'm going to be watching that as well on Curo. $15 was that support from Friday. All right, guys, 5 seconds till the market opens up. Let's get ready to rumble. Market is now open. So JG having a little bit of trouble out of the gates right now. A little bit of a sell-off and then trying to get bought back up. Amtx is coming right down towards that 370 support. It's definitely tempting AMTX. Definitely tempting AMTX. That one is coming right down to that support. SNGX is still selling off a little bit. AMTX, I'm watching that. I'm watching that closely here. AMTX, I'm watching that against 375 pretty closely. So that one's snapping right now. See if the 370s are going to hold. I'm going to scoop up a little AMTX down here in the 370s and see if that's going to hold up. Just for a... probably not sticking with it. No, it's not looking good. AMTX, this is this area of support. You see from pre-market 367. That's the area we want to be watching, AMTX. See if that's going to hold up. So having a little bit of trouble there at the moment. I'm certainly watching it. A little bit of trouble there. JG is still having some trouble. Man, JG is snapping pretty hard here. So that one may go into a halt here shortly. Yeah, JG, man, that one's giving everything back. All right, so that was our leading gapper this morning. Our other leading gapper was AMTX. We'll see if that's going to hold these 360s, 370s. Otherwise, volume may go over to Curo. May head over to Curo. There's definitely potential over there. Amtx trying to get a little bounce right now. Amtx still struggling with that area, the 370s. Still struggling around those areas right now in the 370s. See if that area is going to hold up or not. JG still selling off a bit here. Still selling off. NK. So NK, coin saying NK trying to pop a little bit. 1530s right now. Yeah, it is it's getting a little groovy on it right now. Little bit of activity there. I don't mind that one against 15 ultimately. May consider a position there. Amtx is still all over the place. Hasn't made up its mind yet. Still fighting the 370s. JG still kind of selling off here. JG definitely having some trouble. Yeah, NK ultimately I do want to watch that one against 15 bucks. IPV is popping up right now. IPV up towards 17. Let me look at the chart. IPV making new highs here. Yeah, here's NK down towards 15. So let's see what this one's going to do down here. NK right at its support at the moment. Let's see what NK is going to do at support down here. It's looking a little weak, NK around that 15 area. It's going to have to bounce back up here soon. Yeah, MARA, as One Way says, making new highs right now. It may have a little pop and fade on it. It may have a pop and fade, MARA. It's getting a little spike on it at the moment, but may have a little bit of trouble up in here. JG still having some trouble against 550s. Curo just sitting around 15. Nothing there yet. And FEYE. Definitely watching FEYE. That one's got a little spike out of the gate. I'm watching it for over 22. I like that for a short over 22. IPV, that one's spiked up, still kind of sitting right here. What's going on in the scans right now? See if what else is popping up. Yeah, JG, man. Good call there. JG in the 530s. Man, I mean, there could be like a... Oh, man. Yeah, this one's looking heavy. Heavy. Amtx is kind of getting heavy as well. So both of those leading gappers, JG, Amtx. looking pretty heavy at the moment. Yeah, Curo's a little heavy against 15 as well. JG in the 540s. I mean, JG, there could be a little bit of a bounce play at some point. FEYE already kind of selling off a little bit. Just still waiting and watching at the moment. Z may go back at 2, but have my stop loss in just in case. Yeah, Amtx, JG. JG's trying to find his feet around there in the 530s, but that's going to have a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble making its way back up. IPV is making new highs at the moment. I don't mind IPV. That's not a bad looking chart right there. Yeah, IPV, I'm stalking that one a little bit here. MVIS, that one's kind of getting a morning spike as well, MVIS. VSTO. What's UAVS doing? UAVS, that one's going to have a little trouble against 730s. VISL popping up. Man, VISL is coming right up towards 150 resistance I got on the chart. I don't have shorts there, but VISL is coming up towards that resistance. Yeah, JG still selling off, man. Still selling off. CIIC, that one's popping up on the intensity scans right now. That one, $30 up towards 32. Yeah, not the open I was anticipating here. VISL, definitely potential there if you guys have the shorts. I don't, but VISL coming up towards 150. Not a bad play there. AMTX and JG just fading. So Yala getting a morning spike here. Yeah, VISL 150s. Man. CIIC has potential as well here. I think there is a play. IPV looking a little top heavy against 1714 at the moment. A little top heavy there. MARA, yeah, there we go. MARA pop and death there. Matty Who. Thank you for that. VISL towards 160s. That's pretty impressive there. BCRX just got a little snap. That had a gap down and a little bit of a snap right here. Yeah, there may be something with BCRX. FEYE going red on the day right now. FEYE is looking to go red on the day. It's fighting it right now. FEYE is fighting the open. Having a little bit of trouble there. Hasn't quite made up its mind yet. Yeah, so far, man, nothing yet. Yes, GMPX. What's JG doing? JG sitting in the 520s. Still probably going to be pretty heavy. It's got some 510 support from pre-market. We'll see what it's going to do around that area. Yeah, Mara, that one sold off to 1220. It's getting a little bounce on it right now, actually. Getting a little bounce on that. NK is selling off still, coming down towards 14. Could be a potential bounce play there under 14. I may look for NK, a little bit of panic under 14, see what we get. See if we get a little panic under 14. May consider position there. SSR is turned on there. Yeah, VISL is probably going to be coming back under 150, 145. It's kind of where I see a lot of upper shadows on the daily chart there. It's probably going to see it a little heavy. JG trying to find its legs in the 520s, but probably going to be pretty heavy. Coin NK looking for a bounce around 1350. Yeah, that one definitely has my attention a little bit here at the moment as well. So just waiting to see if we're going to get that on NK. Yeah, but like the quote of the day says today, guys, learn to sit back and observe. Not everything needs a reaction. Very important quote there. Don't have to trade everything that's moving. Still waiting for a good setup. VISL back under 145. Man, should have located there. Should have located. JG's all the way back down towards $5, man. Wow. Things giving it all back, huh? JG watching around that $5 area. I mean, there is a little support here from pre-market. It's not one I would probably want to be buying at the moment. It's pretty heavy. But let's see if we get a $5 flush. Still watching for that on NK as well. Z with the call out. JB. The JB call out. Man, guys, flipping through some charts. Yeah, the other one's not bad. I don't have shorts there. Anything. FEYE is trying to find its legs. Like, it literally sold off down to 21 and is trying to turn back around. Could be another long here, man. Could be another long on FEYE. This one could be heading up towards 2220s. It's crazy that thing's actually even consolidating up here, and it's going green on the day now. It looks like it may try to get another leg up today. So I'm going to be watching FEYE for a potential long against the lows. Yeah, I'm gonna take a stab at FEYE on the long side against the lows. As crazy as that sounds, I mean, this thing literally is trading like it wants to hold the open and make a new high today, maybe up towards that 2120s area. GNPX is getting a big spike on it. No shorts there, but man, GNPX is looking good. Yeah, GNPX making new highs right now. Yeah, what's the open here? FEYE's got a 2030 open. It's already tested that area out like 3 different times. And it actually cracked below and got bought right back up. So I just want to watch it against I'm just going to kind of manage it against that open, see what it's going to do against the 2130s area. Because it already did test that area out like 4 times and bought right back up through it. And actually sold off pretty big under it and bought right back up. So I want to see if it's going to hold up. That 2130s, 2125. We got a bunch of lower shadows in the 2125 area, FEYE. Bunch of lower shadows around there. Man, GMPX, that's not bad. GMPX up towards that 520s area. HUSN trying to curl back around. Z's pointing that out. HUSN coming up towards the VWAP. We'll see what that's going to do up towards that VWAP area. 388. Yeah, Amtx still fading. JG having trouble. Just not the day today, apparently, for these leading gappers. Z looks like it's going to be a good Christmas week. Some decent volume here. Volume probably is going to fade out as the week continues. You know, being Christmas week, people are going to be traveling. Volume's probably going to be fading out tomorrow. Definitely Thursday as the market's half a day. And then Friday, of course, closed. Yeah, GMPX having some trouble against the 530s. You guys know the magic number, the 20-cent area. I really had wished I had shorts for that, as well as VISL. God, man, VISL was a good short too. No shorts there. AQMS getting a little spike right now. AQMS up towards 215, 20s area. AQMS, yeah, I got shorts here. Working FEYE at the moment, but AQMS not bad. Yeah, we are seeing some resistance on its chart in the 215 area. If you guys are interested, AQMS might not be a bad one up towards 220. See if that gets a little bit of a spike and some speed behind it. It's still kind of grinding against the 9 EMA right now. But AQMS might not be bad for a little spike up towards 220s. But right now I'm just going to be working FEYE. I got a 2150 average on it. I'm just watching it against the kind of the 2120s where all those lower shadows were. It's got decent potential here. Yeah, AQMS up in the 220s, 225 area. Not bad up here, guys. 226. That one's getting some speed behind it as well. 230s. Let me look at the chart here. Yeah, I mean 225 is tough resistance on AQMS. Definitely some resistance in this area. Did it come out with news? No, I don't see any news, AQMS. This one is just looks like it's just a little bit of a pump at the moment. But it is 10 o'clock now, guys. I think AQMS is decent. If watching that one, of course, I'm working FEYE at the moment. AQMS definitely want to be watching. Otherwise, it's slowing down quite a bit here. BCRX, NK, Yeah, FEYE, I'm probably going to let that one work. Honestly, FEYE yesterday, yesterday near the open, got a move from 18 bucks up towards, moved up nearly 3 points. So, this is normally a stock I would short, FYI. It's normally a stock I would definitely short, but seeing what it did already this morning is why I'm currently long on it at 2150. Just because it kind of, it almost looks like an inverse head and shoulders pattern as well this morning. Yeah, it had a big lower shadow towards 21. So I see that buyers are there in the 21 area. It tested 2120 several times. It's just it looks like it still wants to go a little bit here. AQMS trying to hold the 225s. What's the SPY doing, Kim? SPY still having some trouble, a little bit of trouble there. And AQMS still holding the 230s for the moment. A lot of trouble there. 230s is giving it some trouble. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candlesticks right there. Definitely giving it a little trouble. JG already back to VWAP. Yeah, I got VWAP at 559. Man, GMPX already back down from the 530s down to 493. It's a shame didn't have shorts there. GMPX and VISL were the big misses for me just because of no shorts. That was the trouble there. Yeah, AQMS back down to 218s from the 230s. Good job if anybody got that. But either way, slowing down a little bit, guys. I'm going to keep working FEYE for a bit. AQMS definitely one to watch as well. But either way, any questions, guys? I'm gonna be cutting the stream off here shortly. If you guys want the scans and to keep using them throughout the day, that's in the description below. But I'm going to keep working FEYE for a little while. Just watching it against the 2120s area and about to head on out here. Any questions before we wrap it up? Man, VSTO, man, that one's still grinding. Jason's going to be binge watching Coin's videos today. There you go, Coin. Yeah, Coin's got a series over there. Coin with you. Coin, you got like different scenes for every one of your videos. I need to get on your level. You got a bridge, you're at like a pond or a lake or something, and all kinds of stuff. Driving in the car. I gotta get up on your level. I'm gonna get in the hot tub and do a video. I'm gonna get on top of the house. I'm gonna get in a helicopter. AQMS, a little spike up towards 250s. Still getting a little higher right now. Yeah, Kim, I mean, it's pretty slow at the moment. I mean, AQMS definitely one to be watching. I'm in FEYE, but I mean, other than that, it's pretty slow. Slowing down a bit. So otherwise, it's just going to be a matter of seeing what else is going to be screaming up on the scans. NK actually did find its feet. You know, that one I was watching for the flush under 14, the whole dollar. That one's all the way back up towards 1460, so that one ended up coming back. Jason's sitting next to a couple Gulfstream jets. There you go, man. Shoot a video. Shoot a day trading video. You got to. Say day trading got you these jets and come out with all kinds of stuff, you know, like all the other gurus do. You gotta do it, man. Faye pulling back a little bit right now against VWAP. I still just want to see how it's going to do against the 20s. To me, it's alright here. The opens around the 30s as well. I'm going to be watching that one carefully. AQMS is surprisingly holding up a little bit, fairly well up here. But otherwise, guys, we'll do it again tomorrow, Wednesday, and then Thursday. It's going to be a half a day. I'm going to see if I'm even going to trade Thursday, being Christmas Eve, and then Friday, of course, Christmas. So we'll see how tomorrow's going to be. I'm suspecting volume's going to lighten up a little bit. Today, definitely an interesting day. Definitely interesting day. Yeah, AQMS is surprisingly holding up these 240s, 50s right now. So be watching it, see if that's going to grind for a little bit. I think there is a couple trades on it. Otherwise, guys, we'll wrap it up and we'll do it again tomorrow. Currently, I'm just going to be trading FEYE, see if we can get a little continuation on that. Still holding the open and the lows. But other than that, we'll see you guys first thing tomorrow morning.